All right. Now to remove the pedals, like these are the replacements here, and the replacements will come with a new set of wedges right here, because the old ones you pretty much have to mangle them to get them out of there. Anyway, next step though is to get the pedals out. So just turn them upside down and, put your finger up in here and you'll push. You basically just force them out. No big deal. They're all identical. And then for the inner ones, just push those out. You're basically just coming from, the back side here to remove them. And you're going to replace them anyway. Some people flip them over, and use them again. I guess that's up to you. But the purists will say you should not do that. You got to be crafty to get them out of these little slots. Might have to use a little screwdriver, just to pry them off of there. There we go. Okay. And then the same over here, just come from the back side. Push out. Inside. Push out. And notice the inner ones are a little trickier to get out of there, so you might have to use your teensy little screwdriver. Because there's been a lot of heat and whatnot, since these have been in here, which definitely sort of fuses them in place. There we go. Okay, and then you'll reverse everything. Notice these little tabs right here, they'll match up with these little slots. They're all the same, all the reeds are the same, so you can't mess them up. When you get them all back in place, you'll have to force in your new wedges, and they can only go in one way. Notice the shape of the wedge and the shape of the slot is the same. Okay, so you'll just force them in once you get the new reeds inserted. Slide that guy in there, make sure that everything is matched up in your little holes. All those there, see those little pins down there, make sure they match up with the holes of your new reeds. And once they're in place, then you just slide your, notice how can you see that? Hold on. Notice the little wedge fits in there exactly. So it's going to take some force to put it in there. So, to take your time, you don't want to damage your fancy new carbon fiber reeds. But you'll just slowly push it in there until it's all the way flush. On both, and you got one for each side, of course. And then your part numbers should match up. Push that nice and firm. Of course, when you get your new reeds installed. And then reinstall it in the bike. So not that big a deal. Anywho, that's all I got. Not that big a deal, but just be forceful to remove these old wedges. Alright, see y'all.